Tell you a little story about how dumb we are. I think you'll like this. There's a book out there called Albion Seed. And Albion is the old name for the British Isles, like the ancient name.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And he, in this book, chronicles what was coming out of England and going where in the United States. There were basically three or four large exoduses from England. And, one was like Quakers, and one was New England and their
Puritans.
whole thing. And the other was the northern folks in Scotland and northern England, and they went into the Carolinas and remained. Yeah. Were you a Game of Thrones fan?
Yeah, sure.
They were wildlings. They were like wildlings. They were maniacs. They would go from village to village, would take wives and steal them and marry them and fuck them, and they were nuts, alcoholics.
And Irish.
Irish Scottish. The Irish Scottish.
In Gone with the Wind.
Yep.
She's Katie
O'Hara.
Katie Scarlett O'Hara.
Yep.
And the father has that accent. And I remember when I first saw the movie, I'm like, what the fuck is this? The movie's about the South.
Right.
And it's like, hey, land, Katie Scarlett, land. It's the only thing worth fighting for, worth dying for.
That's right. And they were a certain kind of nutty. And then the really...
warlike.
They were warriors. They were wildlings.
Warlike.
And the really nutty ones, thought it would be a good idea to get in a wagon and go into the West. The really nutty ones. I mean, think about it. The nuts came over here. The ones that were super crazy up in the north, already crazy, decided it was a good idea to risk their life to come here. And then, if they were really crazy, put their family in a wagon and go into the Native American territory.
Right.
It's like, it's fucking crazy. And we wonder why we have, if you look at like the mass shooters and stuff, a lot of them it's all in the West. And that doesn't surprise me that much. We were the nutty of the nutty settling out here, and lots of addiction, lots of alcoholism, lots of violence. This country is all filled with people who had the courage and the craziness to run away. My family, Ukraine, run away, get out of there.
Right.
And that's a certain person, that does that, and we are the.
Well, that is one reason why America is so successful, or has been.
It's
because
also our success. Yeah.
Of course, the people who got here were the most ambitious.
Well, ambitious, and also they did not want to be encumbered. They wanted to be free and independent, and it's weird when this latest term.
You think we're losing that?
We have. I know a lot of people have. It seems like
no,
it's
I mean,
very
as a
strange.
country, the idea of rugged
individualism.
Rugged individualism.
I think you can make a case that we went too far with that, and to have a little communal respect is not a bad thing. But now we've.